He says that clarity research, I didn't even know that there was clarity research, that clarity research says that successful people know who they are, what they want, and how to get it. They know what they value, what their strengths and weaknesses are, what their goals are, and what plans they have to achieve those goals. And that's what I'd like us to talk about in this episode.
Hi, I am Mburu, a corporate girl who also has multiple passions. When I'm not at my 9 to 5, I spend time focusing on growing my small side business that I love. I created From Stack to Unstoppable podcast to give you simple, actionable strategies to help you get unstuck from limiting beliefs and find your purpose. If you're a professional, a 9 to 5er, or an aspiring entrepreneur, and are looking to get out of your comfort zone, use your God-given talents and passion, you, my friend, are in the right place. Let's get started.
Welcome to the 4th episode of From Stack to Unstoppable podcast. I am your host, Wambui, Mburu. So today I wanted to talk about a conversation that I had recently with a friend of mine whom I have not seen for years, but we occasionally talk on Facebook. This time I called her on the phone, and as we were talking about our times in Kenya, which is where we are both from, but we both now live in different parts of the world. We talked about how far we've come both personally and professionally. We both have 19-year-old kids who are in college. And then we went on to talk about our careers. And she told me how proud she was of me and what I'm doing in my career and my business. I told her how proud I was of her and the things that she's accomplished with her job. She's a country director of the World Food Program in Cameroon, and that's in West Africa. Now, World Food Program is a UN organization that feeds the hungry in the world. I asked her, her name is Wanja, how did you climb up the corporate ladder to hold the highest position in your organization? And what she told me was very much in line with what I tell my students all the time. She said that she had clarity of vision, and that she knew she wanted to work for World Food Program from the moment she started her career, and that's about 26 years ago. And so she said it was all clarity. She was very clear what she wanted to do. And that's why I wanted to share this conversation with you, because so many people are struggling with finding clarity, both professionally and personally. And I was there. And I wanted to talk about this book that I've been reading. It's called High Performance Habits. It's by Brendon Burchard. He's a high performance coach. He says that clarity research, I didn't even know that there was clarity research, that clarity research says that successful people know who they are, what they want, and how to get it. They know what they value, what their strengths and weaknesses are, what their goals are, and what plans they have to achieve those goals. And that's what I'd like us to talk about in this episode. And unless you're driving, I'd like for you to grab your pen and pad, because we are going to get clarity today on those things. So I want you to get clear when answering the following questions. Are you ready? Okay. Question number 1, who are you? Who are you? Question number 2, what do you want? Number 3, how will you get what you want? Number 4, what do you value? And I'm going to help you out in answering this question. Write down all areas of your life and what you value in each of those areas. And so they are health, family, friends, intimate relationship, mission or work, finances, adventure, hobby, spirituality, and the last one is emotion. When you have clarity, you are able to eliminate those things that don't matter anymore and focus on what matters now. Brendon says that clarity is tied to self-esteem, because the better you know yourself, the more positive you're going to feel. And lack of clarity is associated with negative feelings. And that's not the mindset you want to, walk around with every day. To really nail down on your why, I want to share an exercise from a workshop that I attended recently with Amy Porterfield. She says that if you're not clear why you're doing something, take a pen and paper and ask yourself, why is it important? For example, let's say you said, why do I want to grow in my career? And then write your answer and follow it with, Why is it important? Then you can answer something like, it's important because it will change my family's financial status. Why is that important? Because I want my children to go to college debt-free. Why is that important? Because I want them to be financially stable when they start their careers and give back to the world. And you can keep doing this exercise, asking yourself, why is that important, until it hits you in the gut and you have that clarity of why you want something. Now, the second thing that Brendon says that you need to do to sustain clarity is to ask, what is the primary feeling I want? Now, there's a whole episode around this in an earlier podcast that I did last month, and it talks about how important it is to identify the feelings you want to have when you're setting goals or when you're doing something. So those feelings are called your core desired feelings. And Mary Hyatt, who is the one that teaches this, says that they are the qualities of the heart and that they are your most preferred state of being. And I'm going to link that podcast in the show notes. Before you go to a meeting or have a conversation with someone else, ask yourself this question. What is the primary feeling that I want to get out of this meeting or this situation? After you know exactly what you want, then what follows is the small daily steps that you take every single day to meet your why. Because again, when you have clarity, you're able to eliminate those things that don't matter anymore and then start focusing on what matters now. So if you're going through the motions in work or in life, I recommend doing this exercise. It's very helpful. And to help you with this exercise, I have put together a free giveaway. It's called the Clarity Journal. I recommend that at the end of every week, you fill out the journal and do it for the next 3 months. Because when you do it repeatedly, you're putting it in your subconscious mind. The more you focus on asking yourself these questions, the more clarity you have and the more consistent action you're going to take towards your desired goal. So I hope this episode was helpful. And again, don't forget to download your free Clarity Journal. I can't wait to see you next week. Take care.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's episode, please take time to review and rate it. It's the fastest and easiest way to say thank you for creating this content. Until next time, keep thriving. I cannot wait to see you next week. Take care now.